This room was truly magical. One side was full of color, while everything on the other side was gray. The two men walked to the window at the same time. A gray fire truck drove by. It suddenly gained color, but its sound disappeared. Then, out of nowhere, a frog jumped onto the gray window, even though the frog itself was brightly colored. The man living in the colorful world lay down on his bed, hoping to fall asleep. Meanwhile, the man in the gray world sat beside a table, carefully watering his plant. Suddenly, the alarm clock went off, and a bright light flashed. It turned out that the man in the colorful world couldn't hear any sounds. He turned off the alarm and walked into the living room. Both men moved in perfect sync. The colorful world man relaxed on the couch and started reading a book. Then a frog suddenly jumped onto the couch. Its croak startled him. He had never heard a sound before, so he thought he was imagining it. The frog croaked again. When he turned his head, the frog had already hopped away. He looked around, trying to find the source of the sound, but there was nothing there. In reality, the frog had crossed into the gray world. Seeing the strange creature, the gray world man tried to shoo it away with a handkerchief, but everywhere the frog hopped, color spread behind it. Meanwhile, in the colorful world, the coffee machine suddenly made a noise. The frog jumped out from behind it. The man stared at the creature in amazement. Just as he was about to touch it, the frog croaked. The frog leaped onto the table and accidentally knocked over a cereal box before crossing back into the other world. Seeing his room becoming colorful, the gray world man grabbed a cup and tried to catch the frog. The frog jumped onto the table again and accidentally turned on the TV. For the first time, the television in the gray world displayed colors. When the gray world man saw the frog getting close to his diary, he quickly grabbed it and pulled it away. Meanwhile, the colorful world man was overjoyed. His TV finally had sound. The frog kept hopping around. It landed on a billiard ball, and the man began hearing even more sounds. Then it jumped onto the printer, sending stacks of paper flying everywhere. The gray world became more colorful, while the colorful world grew louder and noisier. The man covered his ears, overwhelmed by the sudden change. He ran into his bedroom and hid his head under a pillow. In the other world, the gray world man was still chasing the frog. His entire world was about to be filled with color. Finally, he sat on the bed, gently holding his beloved plant, and the whole room became quiet. The frog began playing a beautiful melody. The peaceful music calmed the man. At that very moment, the man in the other world also became surrounded by color. He gently painted his beloved plant himself, and then the wall separating the two worlds disappeared, becoming one.